Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Tiffani Beaston from Beauty and the Beastons, and I upload every single Wednesday and Sunday. Today I am showing you our after school winter nighttime routine as a family of 6. So our night routine is kind of all over the place because we are such a large family, but we do the same things every night. My kids age from ranges 8 to 3 years old. First thing that we do when the kids get home is just unpack everything, put stuff away, wash their lunch boxes, and I will start dinner. Usually I'm all about super simple weeknight dinners. Not that this recipe that I'm about to show you isn't simple, because it really is quite simple. It just takes a little bit more time. But we were supposed to have this recipe on the weekend, but we wound up making plans with our friends. So I had all the ingredients and wanted to make it today when I was filming this, which was Monday. So we are really blessed because my husband and I do tag team pretty much everything. We both work from home, and that just makes life easier when it comes to taking care of the kids. So while I'm getting all the ingredients out for dinner, he has another camera and he's filming like just how we put all their stuff away. Again, go through the lunches. My kids like to pack lunch a lot. Do you kids pack more or buy more? The only thing that my kids like now is pizza, and only one of them likes pizza actually. They used to like French toast sticks. They don't like them anymore. Also, it's a big deal to, tell them how great their artwork is once they come home. I've accidentally thrown stuff away in the past. They saw it in the garbage and it was not good, but you can't keep everything. So also after school, they are always starving and they snack a bunch, even though, Tanner right now is having 3 different snacks, having oranges, tortilla chips, and a granola bar. But I'm not one to be like, wait for dinner unless it's like right away. But this dinner I know is going to take me about 2 hours, just because it's one of those dinners that you prepare and let it cook on the stove for a bit. So I was like, sure, go ahead and have your snack. Some more snacking going on. My oldest wanted to take a shower as soon as he got home from school, so that's why he's already in his PJs. And then we have to do some homework or go over anything that came home in our book bag that we're supposed to do before we can have any screen time.
You can go on a plane. Good job, honey. Jump. Move. Okay, you ready to unlock my plane?
Yes. What's that picture? Tonight for dinner we are having chicken marsala. I put it on screen here for you to screenshot the recipe. I put it in quotations because all the real Italians will be mad if I call this marsala. But this is our version of marsala that the kids like. They don't like mushrooms. My husband doesn't like mushrooms, so in place of mushrooms I just use sweet yellow onion, and it makes it so delicious. It's like sweet and salty and amazing. So all I do is just scramble up 2 eggs and put my chicken into it, get that nice and coated, and then I'm going to dip them into mostly gluten-free flour. My husband and I are gluten-free, but you can use regular flour, and then a little bit of arrowroot powder, which you can use cornstarch. I just feel like not only does it help coat the chicken, but it also will make our sauce nice and thick. And then of course garlic powder, onion powder, salt, and pepper. I feel like those 4 spices are in basically every single one of my recipes. How do you guys feel about, like, I've been seeing this a lot lately, it's like my 5 to 10 routine, or day in my life 5 to 10. I'm trying to figure out how to show you different versions of our night routines because we have different things. My son plays travel soccer, so we do that a lot. We also have dance class. We are looking to get my youngest son into karate. So there's, like all different versions of our night routine. Another thing is, a lot of times when I have my life more together, I'm able to prep dinner like around Everly right here. This is Everly playing in the water. I'm able to prep dinner during her nap time, just like chop things up and like have things more ready. There's just so many different versions of our night routine. Yes, we do the same stuff, but one version of my night routine might work better for somebody. So I'm trying to figure out how I can still do different versions of the night routine without making the same video over and over again. So if you have any ideas, let me know, because this night routine is like, it's not traditional in the fact that like my son came home and showered and didn't have friends over. Usually we have the whole bus over after school. but he also was just having a migraine this day. He suffers from migraines, and we're still like getting to the bottom of what causes them. I think it's definitely food based. Like, he can't have any fake sugars or anything like that. We are, it is a once in a blue moon, but I definitely am still trying to figure out his triggers. Nobody in my family's ever dealt with migraines. We've been to all kinds of doctors, and right now I just found a bunch of vitamins that are supposed to help with migraines, like riboflavin, magnesium, which he does take. So basically, we are working on that right now, but it's not our normal night. It is a normal night for not having friends over, but then there's night, like what our routine is like when we have friends over, what our routine is like on sports night. So I'm sure you guys can help me figure it out. I wish that there was smell-o-vision because the house smells absolutely amazing. So the gist of it is, you coat your chicken, you put it in a pan and fry it on both sides, take it out, keep the pan with all the chicken bits in it, put some butter, add your yellow onion. Once that's translucent, you add your garlic. I did 4 cloves of garlic. Let that cook for a little bit, and then you add in your Marsala wine. This you can get at the regular grocery store. It's not like real wine. At least this version is not the real wine. And let that cook for a little bit. Then I add some chicken broth. You can use chicken stock, whatever. And there's no like exact measurements. I probably do mostly Marsala and then a little bit of chicken broth. But once I put my chicken back into the pan, I want to make sure it's covered. So I add a little bit more Marsala, a little bit more chicken broth, and you just let this cook for a bit. Like, you'll know it's ready once the sauce is nice and thickened up. So I also we have dessert every night, whether that's fruit or whether that's something like cookies or brownies. So I wanted to make cookies because I didn't have anything else to give them. So I had my oat flour in the pantry, and I haven't used it. I think I got it for some type of recipe that I never wound up making. So I looked on the bag, and there was a simple recipe for chocolate chip cookies. So we are making those. Again, this is not something that we normally do on a weeknight. Like, we usually have something already pre-made for dessert, but this was, stuff that we would have normally cooked on the weekend. I wanted to make now instead, and the cookies cooked up so fast. I think they were good, but I'm more of a thin, crunchy cookie with like gooey inside. These are more cake-like cookies, so if that's your jam, then you would like oat flour cookies. If you need more inspiration ideas, my last video was a monthly reset, and I went over the free printables that we have on my website, tiffanibeaston.com. On your upper left-hand side, there's free printables that you can print out. We do a monthly reset together, and then we do a mom binder. So I'm always trying to be as helpful as I can out there for everybody, but especially my moms, because I get it. It's like a lot to juggle, and I just try to mainstream mom life and just make it easier for you so that you can, just genuinely enjoy your life and being a mom and kids. I was going to say like without being overwhelmed, but that's impossible, at least for me, because I'm overwhelmed at least a few times a week, or I'm lying, at least a few times a day. Another video I recently did was an Aldi shop with me and like prep with me, and I did like a big fridge and pantry clean out. Like, just really needed it for the beginning of the year, and I'm sure a lot of you need that too. It's nice to start off with that in January. But now my next project that I really need to do is go through everybody's clothes. My kids grow so fast, first of all, but there's so much that we can donate, and like everything is just overwhelming right now. We have like baskets just randomly full of clothes all over the house. At least they're clean, but I just haven't put things away because I still need to go through stuff. I bought a bunch of new organizers for my supplement cabinet. That's another spot in the house that's like stressing me out. So I'm looking forward. I'm probably going to put those in my Get It All Done video coming up. But if you also feel like you need to like throw everything out in your house and start over, I'm feeling that way too. Obviously, I'm not going to do that, but I am like really going to declutter and organize a ton. But also this pasta is from Aldi. It's gluten-free and it's fresh pasta, and it has like a long shelf life. You just keep it in the fridge. It was delicious. There were 0 leftovers. So good. So I am just plating everything on this platter. I always get questions about this. It was like $10 from TJ Maxx 100 years ago, and I use it all the time. I like how it has handles on it, but if I could find like an Amazon version so that I could link it for you, because so many people ask about it, I would try to find one with higher sides, because sometimes if I like in a minute here when I add the vegetables to this, some pop out of the like the side holes on the side there, so it would either be higher up or a different type of handle. Also, I ran out of fresh vegetables, so that's why it's always nice to have organic frozen vegetables on hand for moments like this. But before we sit down to eat dinner, I am taking the cookies out. They are done. You can see they're more like a cakey type of cookie. My 3-year-old came into the kitchen and said, "Sorry, Mom," and I know that's never a good sign, and we're about to find out why here in a second.
That's what she's apologizing for.
What?
Evie, Rose, what happened? You were trying to get some? Okay. I forgive you.
What happened?
She rolled out all the
Yeah, alright. Oh, you're over here. Unless you want to sit there.
You want all that?
Sure.
Put nummy in your tummy?
I want the video.
Go, Evie.
No. God is
good.
God is great.
Thank you for our food. Amen.
Love you. God
Amen.
is great. God is good. Thank you for my food.
That is good chicken. Oh my god. So good.
I didn't try it.
That's amazing.
Me too. I didn't try it. Really hot yet.
Finger looking good.
Want me to cut it for you?
It's actually very good.
I know.
Yeah, I do. It's so very good. That's the I like it. Dad, I want you to cut it for me.
Okay. That's pretty good.
Daddy, I want. No, I already tried.
I love it.
I'll try now.
Alright, let's see Tanner try.
It's very good.
You like it?
Mm-hmm. I really like this type of chicken.
I'm the same way. I'm like Tanner and I like this kind of chicken.
I like chicken wings. Mom, I love this so much. It's definitely like worth putting it.
I'm gonna have to.
It's trash forever. Henry told me to put it. Hey, you want to go?
So again, I think we can all agree that that dinner was easy. It just took a little bit longer, and you heard Carter say it was worth the wait. Now they're getting their cookies and milk, so just cleanup and dessert now. And I just feel like, you know, usually if you've been here for a while, I make even simpler recipes than that. Like we throw everything in the crock pot or do one sheet meals, try to keep it healthy and delicious. That's like my goal in cooking. But sometimes I like to do stuff like that and just stuff that takes a little bit longer, especially like I get really weird with chicken sometimes, and that's one of the chicken recipes that I absolutely love. So there, like I said, there was barely any leftovers and absolutely delicious. I highly recommend you trying it. If you want to make it faster, here's Evie FaceTiming my mom. My mom adopted a new puppy. It's so cute. But anyway, that's what she's doing right here. But what was I talking about again? Mom brain. Oh yeah, I remember I got sidetracked by my mom's new puppy. Augie is his name. Oh my gosh, he's so cute. But anyway, if you want to make that dinner, but you don't want to take all that time right after school, if you have time earlier, you can always pre-coat the chicken and just put it away, or, you know, cut up your onion or garlic. There's ways to make it even easier for you. So we always like to play a little bit after dinner and dessert. Usually, you've seen in the past we've had like dance parties and stuff like that, but this basketball hoop on the door has been such a hit. Every time somebody comes over, like they just play with it. Even the dads, even the adults when they're over, they play with it. The kids from the neighborhood, it just gets used so much. We're thinking about getting like an outside basketball hoop at the Bay House, but I'm not sure. We have a lot of fun with it. I am a type of mom that like I have a really hard time like playing pretend with the kids or like just playing with stuff. I need something to do. Like I can do Play-Doh, I can do kinetic sand, I can do magnet tiles, I can do basketball, soccer, baseball, I can play sports, but that's why I like to have things around like that. We also yesterday just got like a new magnetic dartboard, like that type of stuff. I'm good with playing with my kids, but I will admit I struggle with like pretend play with them. So at night, we always wipe everything down. We do something to the floors, whether that's vacuuming or running the robot vacuum, or even sometimes if it needs the Tinaco, which is the back mop. I wanted to call it a mopium. That might be a new word. But there's just like so many crumbs, I can't leave them on the floor. So that's why most nights I wind up either sweeping and vacuuming and then running the robot vacuum that also mops, and that thing is amazing. Like you see the water that comes out of it and you're like, wow, I really do need to run this thing like every night. So we also became a shoe-free house this year, and it's still, the floors are still get really dirty. So 9 out of 10 times when I'm vacuuming, Everly will go to the playroom and get her vacuum, and I genuinely believe that she thinks she's helping vacuum, and I want this to live in my memories forever. It's the cutest thing in the entire world, and I just love it. Yes, I still have my Christmas tree up and some greenery. I wanted to leave that because it was still bringing me joy, but now I'm over the greenery. Sorry that my kids keep banging into the tripod and making the screen all shaky. But I think I'm definitely over it. I want to take it down. Part of me, like you see how pretty it is with the lights on, I'm like, do I make a Valentine's tree? I think these lights are helping with like my seasonal depression. I don't know. This is like the longest I've ever kept my Christmas tree up. Always like to help my mom clean when I was younger, and I'm happy that Ella feels the same way. She always wants to try to help. I think right now she's just actually using water because I already wiped it down, so I have a spray bottle full of water. So that's what she's currently using right now. The thing about letting your kids help is that it really does instill confidence, and they feel like they're, helping with the family, and I love that. But every night we run the dishwasher. I can't believe like Ella, how big she's getting. I feel like I'm watching like a little mini me on screen right now. But it's teaching them, how to actually do these things. I always think about, we had our old neighbors over last night from where we used to live. Sorry, don't mind Evie having a tantrum in the background. And their boys are like older now, and they're so big, and I just can't even believe it. They're only like, I want to say middle school, but they're taller than me, and I just always think of like, what is life like during those years? Like, do your kids help? Are they like never home? I pray that my kids are like still having these home cooked meals with me at our dining room table, and helping out around the house. Like, I always just wonder if it's more helpful when they're teenagers, or is it the opposite? I think it depends on the person or the parenting. I really don't know. So now that most things are cleaned, I'm filling the coffee maker water and the ice maker water, and then if the pods need to be disposed of in the back of the Nespresso, this is when I'll do that as well. I left the sound on here because Everly came over in like her high heels and her little princess dress, and unfortunately she wasn't in frame, but I still wanted to remember this moment. Hi, beautiful. You look so gorgeous. Are you Elsa? Are you Anna? Who are you? Oh, Princess Belle, you're so beautiful. Aww, I love you, Princess Belle. Before we go up and start our bath time routine, I've been making the Sleepy Girl mocktail, which you guys know, like 100 years ago, I've been using the magnesium calm in my water. But what the Sleepy Girl mocktail is, which it's sleepy person mocktail because I'm making one for Chris too, is just some magnesium. This one is the unflavored one. You can use whichever one you want. The one thing with magnesium though is you want to start low because it can cause like your stomach to be upset, aka you'll be on the toilet. So start low and then you can go up to the full dose. And then I put some tart cherry juice in it, which also has natural melatonin. So it's just like a good way to help you sleep. On the internet, I see a lot of people adding like the poppy sodas and stuff like that. However, that does have caffeine in it, so that's why I like to just use seltzer water because I'm trying to fall asleep. So now that I have that all made, I'm just topping it off with some ice. You don't have to use ice. A lot of people serve it in a wine glass, but lately I've just been feeling like they're more annoying to wash, so that's why I'm doing it this way. And then I always add a straw too, just because the cherry juice can really stain your teeth just like wine or anything like that. And I always like to gently banter. Is that the word? I guess it's just the way that we still flirt. We've been together for almost 15 years now. So anyway, we also take the trash out every single night. Got some more cleaning going on. Ella is showing me the playroom that she did and some of her gymnastics moves. She is the best. Aww, what? Show me what you did. I love the chopping parts. They look amazing. You're the best, honey. Thank you so much. How do I get as strong as you? Finally, to end the cleaning portion of our night routine, I'm just running the narwhal, and then Chris is feeding the dogs. We do put them in their little room over here while we're upstairs, and that's like the only way they'll eat. If we're like walking around and their food is in there, they just want to be with us. So this is their nighttime routine too. They eat during bath time. Once we get the kids down, we come back downstairs and let them out. All right, so we are upstairs now. I filled the humidifiers in their rooms. They just need a humidifier this time of year, period. I probably do too, and I need to move one back into my bedroom, but of course, as a mom, I always think of myself last, and by the time I'm done doing everything for my kids, I just want to flop into bed and pass out. But we didn't clean up the bath toys the night before, so I'm just cleaning them up and just giving the bath a quick little wipe down before I go ahead and fill it for them. So the boys will shower by themselves or take a bath by themselves, but I still will wash the girls. Chris or I will still give the girls a bath. So while the bathtub is filling up, I'm getting the girls' pajamas ready. Everly has like a headache ice pack on her head because she bumped her head, and that's the ice pack she chose. Like I said, for the migraines, we've tried everything. So I have like the, like the ice thing that goes on their head. We have an eye massager. But anyway, that's what she's walking around with on her head. I am putting the PJs that she dumped out all over the floor back, and I love this little hack. It's not really a hack, it's just what we do. We have their PJs in these huge bins because that's something that they always usually pick out, and they get unfolded and just like a mess all the time, so keeping them in bins is just easier. So laying out the girls' jammies, and then we'll pick out their clothes for the next day. Doing it the night before is where it's at. So there's no arguments in the morning, just, pick out their clothes and have them ready downstairs. We also will lay out lunch boxes for whoever is buying or whoever is packing as well. Now it is time to brush hair and teeth and all of that. Tanner is my little actor, which you'll see here in a second. But we are fresh out of Mary Ruth's Organics magnesium gummies. We cannot find them anywhere. Once we find them, that will be back into our night routine. We do have the kids' Natural Calm drink as well, which they'll have sometimes too.
Okay.
So a little hack that I learned from the dentist when Carter was a baby, he hated getting his teeth brushed. So we always said that we saw some kind of animal in there, and he loved that. So we do the same thing with Everly.
Let me see. Where's the tiger?
There's two tigers.
There's 2 tigers? Let me get them. I think I see a monkey. I see a monkey. 2 monkeys. Let me see. Real big.
My 3 monkeys.
3 monkeys on the top one. Let me give your daddy a hug and a pet.
Good night.
I'm gonna take all your hugs and kisses.
Love you.
Yeah, so I love you. I will take all your kisses.
I love you. All right, here. Okay. Good night.
Finally, it is time for books and bed. I usually deal with Everly, sometimes a Crystal Reader book, and then I'll put her to bed, but she always wants me at night.
Learn colors. What color is this?
Red. That's not a red color.
That's blue.
Yeah, it's blue. That's pink.
That is pink.
That's an octopus.
That is an octopus.
That's a purple octopus.
A purple octopus.
Hey.
Finally, it is my turn to take care of myself. I shower every night. I just sleep so much better when I shower. The nights that I don't have time to shower, or just that I just fall into bed, I do not sleep as well, for sure. So luckily it wasn't a hair wash night. At least since I've started working out again, I'm exhausted, which I love. I love being genuinely tired before bed, because I'm always mentally tired for bed, right? But when my body's not tired, it's the worst. So took a shower. Now it's time to just do my skincare. I put some hair oil in my hair and brush it, but that's pretty much it. And every night my skincare changes too. This night I was just tired, so I just quickly did hyaluronic acid and a restorative night cream by Dime Beauty. And then I just did some of the Laneige, is that how you say it? The lip mask. But just honestly, this is quick. I've had people comment I wish I had time for a skincare routine, but by the time you're done commenting that, you could at least put some hyaluronic acid on your face, you know what I mean? Oh, just kidding. I did the probiotic face cream, not the night one, because I've been breaking out a lot. Again, probably from working out. Usually when I start to work out, I do break out a little bit from sweat. Even if I shower right after, I'll get some pimples on my chin, or sometimes I'll get like something on my back, but I think hopefully like my body will get used to it. Even though I don't honestly sweat that much, you do sweat a little. And the reason I'm saying that is because I wish I was one of those people that like sweat a ton, but I think because my thyroid, I don't really get sweaty like that. But anyway, now some body cream, and by the time I'm done doing my own little night routine, I am nice and relaxed. And then now I'm just doing my water flosser. I have a tongue scraper. I'm laughing that I'm putting lotion on for a video, but it's just funny. So water flosser, tongue scraper, brush my teeth, and do some mouthwash. So that is my personal night routine. I also started using a retinol hand cream, which that's how you know you're getting older. If I can teach you anything from being a mom for the past 8 years, basically, I can just teach you to take care of yourself. Like, even if that's doing a little nighttime routine like this, if I don't take care of myself, my mood suffers, and then I'm not my best version of myself for my family. So for me, this little bit of self-care helps me. One, it helps me sleep better, and two, it helps me feel better. But you'll see Ella is in my bed. Later, we'll be transferring her to her bed because it's just a disaster trying to put both girls to bed at the same time. So again, not a perfect night routine with the sleeping arrangements, but it's what works for us right now. I'm also putting my heating pad on. It's like my favorite thing to put my heating pad on before bed, snuggling my puppies, and playing Candy Crush. I usually like to read my Kindle too. It's either Candy Crush or Kindle, but I'm struggling to get into the current book that I'm reading, but I am going to try again. But I hope that you all enjoyed this video. Please don't forget to subscribe, give this video a thumbs up, and of course, always leave your video request down below.
Whenever your heart is broken, don't ever forget you're golden. I will find the light in your soul, I'll be there. Never leaving you in the darkness, even when you're out of focus. I will be the light in your life, you'll see it clear. I'll be your inspiration, 'cause I know that you'll do just what you're told. I'll be your harder temptation.